Today I've got some exciting news for you. So if you are an investor, somebody who is definitely wanting to take advantage of some of the sales that we have going on right now, which is due to the market volatility, then you're definitely going to want to tune in for this one. Today we will be talking about Vanguard, specifically in reference to their ETFs and an upcoming stock split that is going to occur here in late April. Please make sure to stick to the end. We will be talking about when the stock split is happening, which ETFs this applies to, and all of the details included with it. So if you are interested in videos just like this, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon so you can be updated on more content just like this. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. And we're going to go straight to the actual Vanguard website, which talks more so about this. This is one of the ones I'm really excited about because I was actually looking into purchasing more Vanguard ETFs. And right now, some of the ones that are listed on this list are above $700, which is pretty expensive for one share. But with this upcoming stock split getting ready to occur, it's going to make things a lot more affordable. So it says right here, directly on the Vanguard page, which I'll also have linked in the description, Vanguard announces share splits for 5 equity index ETFs. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Not 1, not 2, but 5 different ETFs. Now, at the recording of this video, it is April 4th, so I'm a little bit late on it, but it looks like this was actually announced back on March 24th, 2026. So, as I mentioned, please make sure you stay tuned in. We're going to talk all about it. So, back on March 24th, 2026, this was an announcement where Vanguard said today they announced plans to execute forward share splits of 5 equity index ETFs. The share splits will be effective on April 21st, 2026, and are intended to widen availability for investors such as myself and yourself by keeping share prices within accessible trading ranges. Vanguard periodically and diligently assesses its ETF lineup to determine whether, when, and where share splits would most benefit investors' outcomes. A number of factors are considered, including ETF market price, bid-ask spread, and trading volume. These 5 ETFs meet Vanguard standards for executing a share split at this time. So, right off the bat, one of the dates that you need to keep in mind is April 21st, 2026. And that is actually going to fall on that is going to be a Sunday, actually. So at the open of market, which will be April 27th, that's when everything will be processed here. So it says the following funds will undergo a share split. Fund number 1 is going to be Vanguard VUG. It will have a 6-to-1 stock split. Now, if we go here on Google and we just type in VUG, we'll see that right now that is $442.03. Now, at the recording of this video, it is April 4th, which is a Saturday, 2026. So the price is going to fluctuate a lot between now and the 21st. Couple of things to keep in mind. Right now, we have the conflict happening in the Middle East with Iran. So because of that, the stock market has kind of been all over the place as far as price is concerned. But if we're just going to look at the price at the close of market, which was on April 3rd, which was Good Friday, you'll see that it closed at the price of $442.03. So if we pull out our handy dandy calculator and we do 442.03 divided by 6, we'll see that in this scenario, this stock would be about $73 and some change after the stock split occurs. Now, keep in mind, on April 21st, my apologies, April 26th, when the actual stock split occurs, the price is going to be a lot different than it is today. So, April 21st, 2026 is going to be a Tuesday. So, on that Wednesday, the 22nd, which is actually Earth Day, looking at the calendar, that's when you'll see the new price. Now, if you have a share of VUG or multiple shares, hopefully, you can see them trading around $73, probably less than $100 depending on what the stock price is at that time. And that's the main gist of it here, is you get a lot more value because you get to own the same share that's currently trading over $400 for less than $100. The next one mentioned is going to be MGK, Vanguard Mega Cap Growth ETF. That one is going to be a 5-for-1. And as we see here on Vanguard, at the close of market, that one was at 371.84. And just like before, you divide that by 5 because of the stock split. It's going to put you at about $74 and some change. Once again, that one will continue to fluctuate as well. The next one on the list is we have the Vanguard S&P 500 Growth ETF, VOOG. That one is going to be a 6-to-1. This is one of the ones that this, along with VUG, are ones that are on my list. And I'm probably going to start buying these dollar cost averaging into these now, so that when the stock split happens, I already have a couple of shares in my pocket, if that makes sense. And VOOG is currently trading at $413 around the close of market, which was Friday. That's going to be a 6-to-1. So 413, we'll just round it off, divide it by 6. It's about $68. So all of these are going to be under about $100, depending on what the price is on the 21st after the close of market. Vanguard Mid Cap ETF. This one is going to be, I haven't heard of this one. I heard of VOO. Oh, 289. That one is going to be 4-to-1. So that's going to be roughly about $75, somewhere up in that range. Let's just double check. Yeah, we'll just round that up to 290. Divide that by 4. Yep, somewhere around there, 72 and some change. Then we have Vanguard Information Technology ETF, VGT. This is another one that is actually on my list. So VUG, VOOG, and VGT. These are all ETFs that I was already thinking of purchasing. This one I know for sure is over $700. At one point it was over $800. Yeah, $712. That one is going to be an 8-for-1 stock split. We'll do 712 divided by 8. Oh, around $90. So all of these funds will be below $100. Give or take. I'm going to give or take depending on what the stock price is on the 21st. As you can see, the record date for the splits will be April 17th, right? So that will be that Friday before. It's actually not Friday coming up, but the Friday after that. The payable date will be April 20th, which, if you know, you know, is 4/20. After the market close, all investors who own shares as of the close of trading on April 20th, 2026 will have their shares included in the share split. The shares are expected to start trading at the new split adjusted price beginning on April 21st, 2026. Which would be considered the effective date. Investors will not be able to convert mutual fund shares to ETF shares on April 20th and April 21st. Importantly, forward share splits have no impact on the market value of an investor's holding on the ETF, nor do they trigger any tax consequences. So, just to do a quick recap, some important dates you need to know about. The record date is going to be April 17th, 2026, which is not Friday coming up, but the Friday after that. The payable date will be the 20th, which is going to be that following Monday. And then you'll see the actual adjusted price on that following Tuesday, which is April 21st, 2026. Once again, the 5 ETFs that will be split will be VUG, the Vanguard Growth ETF. That will be a 6-to-1 stock split. Vanguard Mega Cap Growth ETF, MGK, which will be a 5-to-1 stock split. Vanguard S&P 500 Growth ETF, VOOG. that will be a 6-to-1 stock split. Vanguard Mid Cap ETF VO, which will be a 4-to-1 stock split. And then most importantly, the Vanguard Informational Technology ETF VGT, that will be an 8-to-1 stock splits, with all of these ETFs being roughly, give or take a couple of dollars, less than $100, depending on what the price of the stock is on April 20th. Now, if you don't own any of these shares, I would highly recommend doing some research on these ETFs to see if they fit your investment needs, because once this stock split happens, it's going to be a lot more affordable to get into those positions which have exposure in technology, the S&P 500, growth, mega cap, and mid cap. So this is definitely something you should definitely take a look into, especially if you are interested in acquiring some Vanguard ETFs. Once again, if you do like content just like this, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and then click the notification bell icon. I will catch you all in the next one, folks. Peace.